Well, I have decided to clean the car. It's a miracle. I think I don't even remember the last time I cleaned it. It must have been in the kind of springtime somewhere. Definitely haven't done it for a good while. And this is partly in advance of going to the EV rally that's on Saturday. I thought I'd clean the car. Also, I noticed last night that one of the headlight bulbs had blown on the passenger side, the near side headlight. So the car has only one bulb. It's an H7 bulb, and the headlights are a lenticular design. So there's a lens. It's like an optical lens through which the light shines. So I have just been to Halfords and have picked up. So now there is a bit of a thing about these the ZOE lenses, the ZOE headlights. I am pretty sure that when the car was being designed, they were planning to put xenon HID, the high intensity discharge headlights in, but it must have been a cost issue. They decided not to do it, and so it's just halogen bulbs, and the bulbs that came with the car were woeful. They were not good. So within the first week I switched those out for some Philips Extreme Vision, I think they are. It's like they're 120% extra light output, and it did make a difference. You could tell there was a difference, so it's been okay. Because I'm going to do a bit more driving, I wasn't sure I'd get some of those through. In Halfords they don't do the Philips one, they do some Bosch, but I just went for the Halfords Zone Ultra Brilliant. So these are again 120% more. And we'll see. Now the downside with going for these much brighter bulbs is that they don't last as, I mean, they're more expensive and they don't last as long because obviously they're burning hotter, which is not ideal. You go through them more frequently, however, needs must. And really, as we're heading into winter now, the nights are getting longer. You want good headlights. Now, I keep an eye on. There's a lot of folks in France that have been just fitting the full HID headlights. Now, there are all kinds of legality issues here in the UK with doing that. Ideally, I'd like to fit some LED lights, and you can get an H7 LED now, which looks like it would be great. 2,500 lumens, something like that. Philips LEDs. So though it is expensive, over 100 quid to do it, and there are legality issues with doing that, but the quality of light would be so much nicer for driving. So there we go. So I'm giving the car a clean, and then I will fit one of these bulbs. Now the nice thing with getting them at Halfords is that it was buy one get one free, so 30 quid for the two. Though the Philips, which I know are good, I think if you get online it's the same cost. It's a double pack and it's about £29 or something like that. So there we go. So I'm going through the car wash because I'm a lazy son of a gun and I can't be bothered to wash the car myself since I'm out and about. Anyway, and I've got a sandwich. I'm going to have a bite to eat because there's a queue of, looks like there's there's at least 3 cars still to go before I get in. So there you go. Right, enough blethering from me for now. This is the car wash I normally use at Sainsbury's, and part of the reason don't know if you can see through there. Part of the reason I normally use this one is that the it always had it was still kind of cloth kind of thing on the washing the rollers, but it's all just been redone. It's a new machine in, and it's what's on the rollers is slightly different. It looks like it's, I don't know if you can see, and they go by shaggy stuff. Kind of almost looks like a sort of plasticky type thing. So I'm wondering how the logo on the front of the front of the car is going to cope. We'll find out shortly. More about that later. Yeah, they kind of almost look like wiper bladey type things. I'm sure it's not. It'll be a very light, kind of foamy type things, but we'll see. And here we go. Editing the latest video here, and I realized when I'm editing it I hadn't really given the full kind of narration of the different parts. I've just been filming little clips here and there earlier today of little things that I had been planning to mention but hadn't got around to mentioning in other videos. So the first of these relates to the logo, or the Renault logo on the front of the car. It's as follows the pattern for all the new Renaults. It's much bigger than the Renault logos used to be, so it's much more of a feature right in the front of the nose of the car. And of course in the Zoe it is also the hatch that opens up to allow you to get to the charging port. Now, what on the Zoe it is, which is different to other Renaults. It's got a blue tint to it, and how that works. It is just the regular chrome logo, but there is a blue film that is applied to it. It looks a bit like the kind of film you'd get, on chrome goods if you buy a new phone or something like that. It's got a kind of film that you have to unpeel or anything like that. You know, it's that kind of idea. Only this is supposed to be permanent, and it gives the car a different look. And this blue tinting is something that Renault and Nissan and Volkswagen also, there's a kind of blue theme. There seems to be a kind of running theme with EV cars of a kind of blue trim, a blue feel to it. Now, somebody told me there's a very good reason for that, in that folks that are working with emergency services, say the fire brigade or something like that, or even people that come to rescue you, if they see that, they immediately know that this car has got high voltage electrics in it. There's a big whacking battery in it. So particularly if there's been an accident, that is an immediate indicator that the emergency services know to treat the car appropriately. So that I've not read that anywhere, but somebody had told me that. So that's a good reason for it. I like it. I quite like the blue tint to things. It works quite well with the colour of car that I've got. It looks really good in a black car as well. I think it looks excellent. However, what I've noticed is that a lot of Zoes, that film is peeling off, and some of the cars look really ropey because like half of the blue tint is away, so half it's blue and half it's just regular chrome finish. So it looks a bit of a mess. And a friend of mine is well, the other thing about it is that all the cars I've seen where this is happening are quite young. They're all quite new, which makes me wonder whether they've changed something in the way the film is being applied, or there's a bad batch of them, or what it has been. So my car is now, it's coming up to 2 years since it was built, and after I washed the car, I had a good look at it, and it's really not too bad. You can see just on the edge of it, there's one bit it has kind of flaked off, and then above that it's starting to bubble slightly just around the edge, so you can see that's probably going to come away. But the main body of it is still fine, though if you look really closely you'll still see some stone chips, and there it's just the chrome that is showing underneath. But from a distance it looks absolutely fine. So these other cars I've seen from a distance, well, actually, just anyway, looking at it, it looks a bit of a state. And mostly 3 different owners, when chatting with them, have remarked on it and how annoying it is that their cars that are just only a few months old are already looking a bit of a state. So Jonathan, a friend of mine who's got a Zoe, he's going to take his car's going in to get this repaired. But the dealer has told him it's going to take 3 days because the whole front of the car has to come apart in order to put this new. It's the whole door is going to be put on, and of course it's all an integral part of the mechanism for getting into the hatch for charging all of that. So that seems absolutely ridiculous to me. I can't understand why there is not some way to get into the flap at the back and just unscrew it or whatever. So very odd design there. So Renault will be ruining the day that they put on this cheap finish on there if it's going to take 3 days of labour charges to replace it under warranty. So there you go. A bit of an odd one. Anyway, glad my one is not too bad at the moment. The other thing I've noticed is that the trim on the driver's seat is starting to wear and look a bit thin on my car now. Now that may be something to do with my wife is much shorter than I am and has the seat much further forward. So when you are sliding in and out of the car, you're going to rub on that. And it's a kind of piping along the edge, and it's not a very well made piping, so it's there that it's fraying. And now I think it must be just when my wife is using it, because when I'm have the seat where I normally would have, that bolster is kind of behind the B pillar, so I wouldn't be really rubbing backwards and forwards on it. And I can't even get into the seat when it's far enough forward. I have to usually with my foot I'm levering up the lever to slide the seat back so that I can even get into the car. But car's not even 2 years old, and that's a bit disappointing to see that starting to wear already. We used to have an old E-Class Mercedes, the W124 series, which was a fantastically built car, but it too, the bolster on the driver's seat wore so badly that I did get the whole back seat cover replaced at one point. So it's not just Renaults that this happens to, and I think it is just because of our different heights and getting in and out of the car that it is happening. So anyway, I'm going to head on and in the video show a little bit about replacing the bulbs, and then I actually clean the inside of the car, and that's when I find a wee secret compartment. Intriguing. So getting at this is not too hard for the headlight. Need to remove the rubber seal bit. Put that up there. And then it's trying to remember how to it should just be twist and it pops out. But I do remember when I changed these a couple of years, well, a year and a half ago, it was a pain in the neck getting them back in again. So I might need to faff around here a little bit. Well, I actually managed to get it in pretty easily. So practice makes perfect, clearly. And all that faffing around last time, kind of knew what I was doing this time. So put this back on. Get that set. Make sure everything's kept in. There's the dud bulb, and you can see it's bust. And we are on. Yeah, all action. Ooh, it's a bit of a mess in here, isn't it? I have not done much cleaning in here. Just look at the fluids are all okay. That's all fine. So I was just having a very good look here, and you can see slight peeling going on here. Just on that side. A few stone chips. A few stone chips there. Hello. Right, put the lights back on auto, and I need a vacuum in here. Look at this disgusting mess. So I have my one free bulb, which I am going to not put in there because the glove box is a joke in this car. So I'm going to take these all inside. I was just putting the spare bulb away in a drawer, so I know where it is. There's the one that came out of the car. So it is an H7, so it's a single filament bulb. You can clearly see where it's broken in the bulb there. But when I was in that drawer putting the other new one away, here you go, Phillips, I realized there was still another bulb in there, which was from the old Mercedes I had, which did have xenon proper HID, and one of the bulbs blew in that. Well, when I say it blew, this one here, it kind of goes pink. It goes kind of a pinky color as the gas, I think it's as the gas is kind of getting used up inside. So I had to change it and put one of these in. And this is the old one, so you can see the completely different technology used there. And there's all gas in here, and you have the whole, it's not a heated filament, it's a gas discharging light with a big voltage being put across it. So anyway, intriguing if you've never seen one of these bulbs and how different they are. An HID bulb, D2S, this one here. And yeah, anyways, I wish I had these kind of bulbs in the Zoe. That would give a nice spread of light. Of course, this was for a lighting system that had steering lights and all the rest, so it was yeah, the lights were noticeably better than the poor Zoe, even with the better bulbs. I don't know why I'm trying to put this in with one hand. I might as well just give up with that. It's all going in the bin anyway. Right, enough of that. I'm going to vacuum the car now. I lifted out the mats and I've been vacuuming in the footwell here. And the mats are, actually they're okay quality, but, and there is one of these things here to kind of click it in, which is good. But otherwise the dealer has just sort of put in Velcro and the sticky bit on the mat, but of course the sticky bit is no longer sticky, and so all the gunk is stuck to it, and it's I mean, it'll come off of here. So it's just Velcro, but anyway, not ideal. A bit cheap that. But look at this. Can you see this? So this is in the driver's footwell. Here's the steering wheel, and can I get underneath? Not quite sure how this pops off, but I think. Does it just pop off? Go. How does it come out? I'm seeing if I can get underneath here. Don't really want to break it. There it goes. One pop, two pops. 3, and just one pop back in here. One more, I suspect. There you go. Now, you see this is all orange. Warning of high voltage. Under here, if I got a screwdriver and unpopped these, took that, is the kind of safety cutout, I believe, for the battery pack. So it disconnects the battery pack from the controller and the motors back there. So if there was an accident, the fire crews or whatever can do an emergency kind of disconnect by quickly getting in here and under there. So, do you know what, actually? Those things just twist. Simple as anything. Let's have a look and see. I've never done this before. There is a seal there, and yes, there it is. So that is the emergency kind of disconnect. I think you just pull that thing, the handle up, and then yank the whole thing out, and it disconnects the battery from the rest of the gubbins. There you go. When you're vacuuming out the car, little hidden compartments that otherwise you don't know about. Very exciting. That's a bit better.